Yo, so here's a story of a dog named Coco, and I am Jackson, and my other dog is Church. This is a video, and yes, we're freestyling. That means we styling on you, and we didn't rehearse because we live this life. Yeah, we live this life today. Yes, we live. Oh, Coco. Oh, I see you've been showing on your nails. This is Coco. This is one of the last videos that we're probably gonna make because today Coco is leaving. She's getting a new home. She's been with me for about 5 years, and it's been amazing. It's a bittersweet day. I've been very sad. I'll be honest. I cried and cried, and I'm probably gonna cry again once I give her away. I gave away church 3 days ago, and it was one of the hardest days of my life. See, a lot of people when they see dogs, like okay, I'll say this: when I used to hear people who had animals and dogs, and they would talk about their dog died, I couldn't relate. I would think, oh, it's just a pet, it's just an animal. Why are you so emotional about it? But now I understand because these spirits, when they come into our life, they come like for my dogs, they saved my life during a very deep, dark, and depressed time. And they saved my life coming in, and they saved my life as they went out of my life. And I'll tell you a little story about how I met these dogs and how they came into my life and how Coco came into my life. And because Coco was originally a stray dog. And at the time, I got her around 2014, I think. She was a stray, and I was dating a girl named Mary. Mary, you know Mary. Mary's her mom. And she found Coco on the street in Hyde Park. And she was like, hey, can my dog come up? And I didn't like dogs. And so Coco came up. And so long story short, the dog ended up staying with me because my girlfriend at the time, Mary, was working as a traveling nurse. So Coco was with me every day. Again, I didn't really like dogs, but I began to get used to her. We were getting a lot of customers. We was getting girls together, walking down the street. We was meeting people. We was driving in the Mercedes. She was outside in the Benz in the windows, hair blowing in the wind. Is that right, Coco? She was styling with all her clothes. And what happened eventually, Coco, I broke up with Mary. She got Coco. She took her, and I just was attached to Coco because I was with her every day for like 6 months. And so I found out that Coco wasn't being taken care of properly. So I went and got Coco. Well, and what I found out was I was lonely. I needed another dog because I got used to Coco. So that's when I got Church. I bought Church in Hyde Park because he looks just like Coco. So that was my effort of replacing Coco. But he's a young boy, little Maltese, real energetic guy. We love Church. And so what happened is I was going through like a depression, and I was very, very hurt, very down. My life was just in a dark place. And when Church came into my life, and it's like no matter what was happening, he always gave me just love. They say, dog is a man's best friend. I understand why. It's like he wasn't just a dog. He was a spirit that was designed to help me feel better, just like Coco. He makes you feel better. And so I remember Church, my dog, he broke his leg, and we were kind of like we were playing around, and I had never really played around with a dog like that, and our playing was kind of rough, and he broke his leg. So every day for 3 months, I had to hold him, help him use the bathroom, just nurture him back for 3 months. Like we took him to the doctor. I couldn't even afford or raise the money to fix his leg, so it had to heal naturally, and it did. Luckily, he was only like 1 year old, so his bones healed fast, and he was, he didn't even need the surgery. He just healed, because he was such a young, strong puppy, strong spirit. And so going through that, I had a real close bond. And I feel like sometimes when we go through trauma in life, ain't that right? When you go through trauma, sometimes we find things that bring us comfort during that hurt, during that painful time and phase. And what happens is once you get out of that trauma and you're trying to move forward, you got to let go of that thing that brought you comfort. You got to let it go. And for me, that was Church, and it was also Coco. And when I let go Church the other day, I was planning on getting rid of Coco, because I want them to be in a better house. I can't provide for them the way I was. I don't have the time, the energy, the resources. And I tried to give them away to my friends. None of my friends were able to help, so I had to sell them. And I was going to sell COCO and try to keep church. And what happened is the people that were coming to look at church, to look at COCO, they saw church and it was like, hey, we'll buy him right now. And I wasn't expecting on letting him go. And literally in that moment, it's like, I just had to let him go. And it was one of the hardest times in that moment, like unexpectedly, just to let my dog go. And I cried, man. It was so hurtful and painful, because he's such a good spirit. And my dog was, he's like a real gentle dog. He's one of them dogs that needed love. He was very shy, very timid. So he would run in his cage and hide a lot, as if he had been traumatized as a puppy. And so I felt really skeptical about what family I let him go with, but it was a good family. I think it was a little girl. She's 11 years old. Her name's Ashlyn, and her father bought her, and they were together. We were with COCO. I took a picture of all of us, and it was hard, man. In the picture, I looked like I was happy, but I was really sad. I was in a very sad place, and I cried, and I was hurt. But eventually, so that was like 2 days ago when that happened, and so now it's COCO and I, and her new family. They gave me a deposit for her 2 days ago, and today's going to be the day they're going to pick her up. So we're going to make sure it's a good family before we officially just let her go. We're going to wash her up, make sure she get all her clothes. COCO got all the outfits. But COCO, you want to tell your fans anything? You say, just my presence is saying enough. Yes, it is, baby. It is enough. All you got to do is just be you, baby. So we're going to take a ride. We're going to hop in the Benz, go on the north side. We'll get us something to eat. I'm going to get some food and then, treat COCO to a nice little treat before I let her go. And, so this is our last video, and I just wanted to share this with her. I honestly don't want to get the dogs up. Let's be clear. I want to keep my dogs. I love my dogs. I wish I had a situation where I had people to help me take care of them while I moved around, but I don't. My mom, my family, they can't do it. They don't want to do it. So I have to give them up because I want for my dogs to have a good family, and we had a toxic relationship, me and my dogs, over the past year. It was great the first 4 years, but the last year, because I've been so trying to watch my dogs, I haven't been able to move around and handle business and live my life. And it's caused me to be depressed. And then the dogs haven't been able to really go outside enough and have fun because I haven't been making money and things like that. So, my career has been, what it's been. But now I'm happy that they get to leave and go with a family where they're going to get attention every day. They get to play, go outside, get to eat good food, and they get all of the proper love that they need, because that's what's important. That's what makes me feel good about giving them away, because I know they're going to get what they need versus me trying to hold on to them and not providing the life that they really deserve. Because I truly believe that these animals, they're spirits. They come close to humans because they want to have a human experience, and so they're trying to, this is the closest thing they can get to a human experience. So their spirit is probably being prepared to be human in the next life, and so I like to, treat my dogs good, mainly because they treat me good. Their spirits show me love and all that good stuff. So I don't want to get too deep, but just wanted to share this video with y'all and just send a shout out. I wish I had church here to make this final video of them, but I'll probably put up a clip or something, some pictures with church so you guys can see them. But I love my dogs. And I love you guys, all of my supporters and viewers. Y'all like my extended family. And I know COCO's like family to y'all too. So she's going to miss you guys. I'm going to try to get updates from the family so I can still show y'all updates and pictures of her. But she's an awesome, awesome dog. She's a diva, but she's an awesome dog. And she's a gangster. That's what I like about COCO. She a gangster. She breaks out of cages. You would think she had thumbs. That's why she was a stray when we found her, because she knows how to open up doors somehow. She gets what she wants. She'll take your food too. She looks soft, she said, but it ain't sweet. So, with that being said, y'all live y'all dreams. Enjoy each moment and fulfill your life's purpose. And have fun while doing it. With that being said, I'll see y'all later on the other side. Flip it. Peace.
24 hours in a day. 24 ways to get paid. You got 24 hours. You got 24 hours. You ain't about your money, then get away from around me. So I'm about to give you more so you can overdose. I'm about to give you more so you can